So in the Berkshires of Western Massachusetts, the Housatonic River is the waterway that goes like straight down from Vermont to Connecticut. And GE, when they had the plant in Pittsfield, dumped PCBs all over, like all through. So now they're under EPA order to dredge. And what they want to do is they want to drop the PCB in soil. They want to dredge the soil and then just drop it right next to the river. I'm not even talking like a little bit offside. I'm talking literally like feet away from the river.
Oh, how horrible.
GE is moving back to Massachusetts, to eastern Massachusetts, where a lot of the power is in Mass. And then just to finally like frame this a little bit more, the Massachusetts Article 97 of the Constitution, as I'm sure that you know, guarantees people the right to a clean environment. Because of that article, there is a bit of a pushback against FERC putting a pipeline in. If Mass wins that, it's possible that the Massachusetts legislature can try and override the EPA's order that GE doesn't just dump the PCBs, that they move them away. So basically, so all of that like legislative and like
so just clarify that for me. So EPA's order is to dump the PCBs close by.
No.
So
EPA says no way. You got to take these things out of here.
I see, but the Massachusetts legislature may override that.
What GE is doing, GE is saying no. We want to dump these right here. And what my fear is that because they are moving in Eastern Mass, all the power is there.
Yes, the legislature.
That they can try to override it, especially if this Article 97 thing goes through. Sorry, it's like a really kind of complicated explanation of what's going on. But as president, the EPA has been defunded and depowered so much. What kind of an EPA could we expect from you? And if you have any kind of comment on just that general
Great, terrific. And I think that is just such a powerful symbol of, the corrupt politics that we have. The fact that the Massachusetts legislature could be overriding EPA's order in order to put the people of Massachusetts and our waterways at risk.
Right. They haven't said that they will. I'm just saying that it's a concern.
Well, sorry, you are right. It is a concern. And you're absolutely right to be looking ahead to that, and it's likely to be a fight. And it speaks volumes about our political system that we have to worry about being betrayed and sabotaged and injured by our own elected officials who have such a track record of standing up for the big, powerful interests. And, at a time when people are being poisoned all over the place, and in this, what is it, the Hoosick?
Hudson.
It's the Hudson.
Hoosick Falls.
Hoosick Falls,
Falls,
where people are being poisoned by the PFOA.
Yeah, which is like half an hour away from here, I think.
It's very close by. Yeah. Exactly. And then you've got Flint, Michigan, and many other cities around the country that are discovering they're being poisoned by lead. And this is just a classic case of profit over people that industry has been allowed to dump its stuff wherever it wants, whatever the consequences are for our water systems and for our health. And this is magnified many times over because these aren't the only chemicals we're exposed to.
Right.
We happen to be exposed to about 100,000 chemicals, and almost none of them have really been adequately tested for their health impacts. Yet we have a regulatory system that says, go ahead, expose people.
Right.
And then we'll find out what's going on afterwards. And proof. We consider many of these substances too dangerous to test on people, but they're not too dangerous to expose people to.
Right.
So the test then becomes the body count after people are exposed, proving it's harmful based on diseases that have already occurred and lives already lost. This is an absolutely outrageous way, to be deciding our regulatory system. So we need a system that is not owned by industry. We need to put a halt to the revolving door. If you are a lobbyist or a CEO or a representative of industry, you do not work in high office in our regulatory system. So we would put an end to the revolving door to start with, and that goes not only for the EPA but also for the Food and Drug Administration, whose rulings are very controversial and people don't trust them on GMOs, for example, because Monsanto is one of the leading regulators They're lobbyists, one of
Right,
them
in
in
and
particular,
out,
Michael
yeah.
Taylor, yeah. So this should not be the model for how our regulatory system works. In addition, we need to hold EPA to the highest standard of actually protecting human health and the environment. And if that standard is upheld, then we will have, and it is properly funded, then we will have, you know, a much healthier society, much healthier people, and water systems that we badly need, you know, in order to run the engines. You know, it was ironic in Flint.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Oh, okay, all right, great.
Sure.
I'll just
Sure.
finish. In Flint, the factories were protected before the people were, because the water was so corrosive it was ruining the factories.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, who is this system protecting here? You know, the system needs to protect us, and that's not only the EPA, which tries to do the right thing but has very little funds to do it with, and you know, has made a valiant stand in many places, including here in New York State, as well as, you know, our state departments of environmental protection. They need to be better funded, and their revolving door also needs to be closed. It's not rocket science how to do this. We just need to stand up with the courage of our convictions and elect our political leaders who are really working for us, not working for the billionaires that are throwing us under the bus.